Welcome to Engineering Funda family. This video is a part of ARM processor video lecture series, and in this video I'll be going to explain you assembler directives of ARM7. There are a few basic things that you must know regarding assembler directives. My dear students, assembler directives are not instructions. Assembler directives are pseudo opcodes. This pseudo opcodes means assembler directives that is used to give direction to assembler. See, we write program in assembly language and assembler is used to convert assembly language program into machine code. So, to give direction to assembler, here whatever program that we have, that direction will be given by assembler directives. So, in short, I can say without assembler directives, you cannot write program. First of all, you should know how to give direction to program. After that only you can write program. So, to give direction to program, we should know what are assembler directives, which is there with ARM7. I'll explain you each and every directives, don't worry about that. But you should know that assembler directives are not instructions. Those are pseudocodes only that is used to give direction to the assembly language program. Let us try to understand that how we are doing this with ARM7. So my dear students, when we talk about assembler directives, so that is used to give direction to the assembler. That is also referred as pseudocodes. Let me explain you first assembler directives, that is area directives. These area directives that tells assembler to define new section of memory. Like in memory, you may be interested about data memory or code memory, so that we can assign by having area directive. So when you write area directive, after that you'll have to write the name of the program, then you can add as many attributes as possible. Like you see, we are having many attributes like read only, read write, common, aligned. Likewise, there are many attributes that we can add with given memory section. Let me give you example so that will get more clear. For example, right now I want to assign one memory space area with code section. So what I'll be doing is I'll be writing area, then name of the program, then I'll write code, and obviously code should be read only, right? You cannot do read and write operation with code area. So here with code I should be writing read only. So here after this I can start with my program which is the related code. As if I want to define data memory space area, then what I'll be doing is I'll be writing area, then name, then data, and data can be read write or it can be read only. As if you have constant data, then you can write read only, but as if you have data which can be changed over here, in that case you can write read write. After that, as if you write aligned, then my dear students, it will store data in aligned manner. Aligned means, for example, if you have 32 bits of data, then first data will get stored with 0 location, then super multiple of 4 means 0, 4, 8. That is how at address we will be storing data, right? So aligned memory location will be there with data as if you write aligned. As if you write common attribute over here, in that case whatever data specified over here with this area memory section, that can be common for multiple programs. So as if you have multiple programs and in that you have common memory area, then you can use common attribute over here. So my dear students, here as per your requirement you can define memory section. It may be code memory section, it may be data memory section, and these are the attributes that you can use along with area. It is not like you can use only 2-3 attributes. You can use as many attributes as you want. Now my dear students, let me explain you entry and end directives. Entry directives that will declares entry point of program, and end directives will terminate program. So after end, if you write anything, that will not be considered by assembler. Let me give you one example so that will give you more clarity. Like as if you write area, then program, then code, then obviously with code you should write read only. The reason is you should not allow code to be changed over here, right? So after code we will be writing read only. So this is what one memory section. In that, when I write entry, so after entry I can initiate with my program. So what I have done is I have copied 25 hex inside R1, 55 hex inside R2, then I have added R1 and R2 and I have loaded that inside R3 by these instructions, and then I have terminated the code. So that is how entry and AND will be used, and area directive that is used to define memory section, right? Now my dear students, I'll explain you EQU directive. EQU directive is used to define constant value or fixed address. Like for example, here format is name, then EQU, then whatever data that you want to represent, that you can write over here. So here 25 hex data that I have mentioned over here, that is constant over here, that will be named as name over here. If you write P over here, then P will be having this constant data, right? So EQU that is used to define constant value or fixed address, right? Here RN directive that is used to define the name of register. Like for example, if you write any name, then Rn comma R1, then R1's name will be that over here, right? So to define name of register, we can use RN directive. See, with ARM7 we have R0 to R15 registers, right? And as if you want to define register with name, then you can use this directive. Here LDR directive is there, which is used to load the value of register, and that is also used to load the value of register by address of label. Here my dear students, you should not get confused in terms of LDR. The reason is LDR is also instruction available with ARM. But when you use LDR as per LDR R1 comma data directly, then this data will go inside R1. When you use LDR R1 comma label, then address of that label will go inside R1, but LDR is also instruction. So when you use that as instruction, at that time format will be like this, like LDR R1 comma in square bracket R5, means here R5 that will act as an address, and at that address whatever data is there, that we will be copying inside R1. So that is how we use LDR instruction with ARM, but when you use it as directive, at that time you should be writing it as per LDR R1 comma direct data. That is how you can write over here, as well as you can load value of register from label, like you can use it as LDR R1 comma label. So in that case, this address of this label will get copied inside R1. So that is how directive is functioning. Now my dear students, let me explain you how to define data inside ARM. So here, if you want to define byte, you can write DCB. If you want to define constant word, you can use DCW. You can define double word DCD. Here my dear students, double word means 32 bits of data, word means 16 bits of data, and byte means 8 bits of data. Here when you use DCWU, at that time, remember, your data may not be aligned over here, but when you use DCD, DCW, DCB, in that case it will be aligned, right? Here DCDU, that is also used to define double word, but not in aligned manner, right? So when you use U over here, it means, it indicates whatever data that we have defined over here, that is not aligned, right? So that is how we can define data over here, right? Here my dear students, space directive that is used to define how much size of space is available for variable. Like for example, if I write name of one variable, after that space and then number, then that many number of bytes will be assigned with this variable. For example, if I write P, then space, then 6, then 6 bytes space that will be allocated for variable P. That is how I can use space directive. When I use ADR directive, at that time my dear students, here we are deal with to load address, right? Like if I write ADR RN comma label, then here I'll be using that address of label inside Rn by having this directive, right? So this directive will load address of label into register Rn. Rn means it can be R0, R5. So you are having R0 to R15 register. So any of that can be written over here. Here align directive, that we use it to align the data. So here you can have alignment as per 4 bytes or you can have alignment as per 2 bytes, right? So if you write align 4, then it will be aligned as per super multiple of 4. If you have aligned as per 2, then alignment will be there as per even memory location. So that is how align directive is there. So these are the assembler directives that you need to use when you do programming. I hope it is clear to you. Still, my dear students, as if any query is there, just post that in comment box. I'll be happy to help you. In my playlist of ARM lecture series, you'll be finding everything, like instructions will be there. There will be programs as well. There will be simulation as well. So everything will be shown to you. That will gives you proper direction as per directive provided by Hitesh Dholakia. Thank you so much for watching this video.